Going into season 2 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, most fans expected one thing: escalation. More tension. Bigger cracks. Clear signs that this marriage is heading toward the inevitable split we already know is coming thanks to the Big Bang Theory canon. Instead, what we're getting feels like a major twist. Season 2 isn't tearing Georgie and Mandy apart, it's quietly giving them reasons to stay together. And that shift changes everything. From the beginning, this spin-off has lived under a cloud of inevitability. We know Georgie has multiple ex-wives in the future. That knowledge makes every disagreement feel heavier. Every misunderstanding feels like foreshadowing. So when season 1 leaned into financial strain, in-law tension, and emotional immaturity, it felt like the groundwork for collapse. But season 2 flips the energy. Instead of doubling down on dysfunction, the writers are exploring growth, and that's the twist. Georgie isn't the same impulsive teenager we met in Young Sheldon. He's trying, and not in a loud, performative way, in a quieter, more deliberate way. He listens more. He reacts less defensively. He's beginning to understand that being a husband isn't about proving himself, it's about showing up consistently. Mandy, too, feels different this season. Season 1 often positioned her as the stressed realist, the one carrying the mental load, navigating her parents' expectations, and questioning whether Georgie was ready for adulthood. But in season 2, we see glimpses of her softening. Not lowering standards, softening emotionally. She's starting to see effort instead of just flaws. That mutual shift is the twist keeping them together. Because for a relationship to fall apart, both sides usually dig in. But here, both sides are bending. There's also the external pressure factor. Ironically, the more stress they face from outside forces, especially from Mandy's parents, the more united they become. When conflict comes from within the marriage, it creates division. When it comes from outside, it creates partnership. And season 2 leans into that. Georgie and Mandy begin to realize they're stronger as a team than as individuals trying to win arguments. That's a subtle but powerful development. Instead of keeping score, they're starting to protect each other. It doesn't erase their differences. Georgie is still optimistic to a fault. Mandy is still pragmatic and occasionally sharp. But the tension now feels layered instead of fragile. Another key twist? Communication. One of the biggest issues in young marriages, especially ones built under pressure, is avoidance. In season 1, both of them avoided hard conversations. Georgie avoided admitting insecurity. Mandy avoided admitting fear. Season 2 forces those conversations into the open. And once they start talking honestly, the dynamic shifts. There's also a deeper thematic layer at play. This show isn't just about whether they stay married forever. It's about why they got married in the first place. It wasn't just obligation. It wasn't just circumstance. There was, and still is, genuine affection there. Season 2 reminds the audience of that. Small moments matter more than dramatic blow-ups. A quiet conversation after a bad day. A shared joke in the middle of stress. A mutual decision made without outside influence. Those moments feel intentional. The twist isn't that their marriage becomes perfect. It's that it becomes real. And that realism complicates the future we think we know. Because now, if this marriage ends someday, it won't be because they were doomed from the start. It'll be because life changed. Because people evolve. Because timing matters. Season 2 makes us root for them more than we expected. Even knowing the canon, even knowing Georgie eventually moves on, there's something compelling about watching two young people genuinely try. The show could have leaned into inevitable failure for easy drama. Instead, it's choosing emotional investment. That's risky, but it's smart. Because the stronger their bond feels now, the more meaningful any future fracture will be. For the moment, though, Season 2's major twist is simple. Georgie and Mandy aren't drifting apart. They're growing into each other. And that might be the most unexpected development of all.